Sword Fight on the Heights 4, one of the most classic sword fighting games made by Shidletsky. And today, we are talking about the history and what happened. Sword Fight on the Heights 4 was created by John Shidletsky, the former creative director at Roblox and mostly known for a former admin. He's mostly known on games like Forsaken and other games like The Normal Elevator, but he's a very popular dude and he was the one who really made a huge impact on Roblox as a platform. Shidletsky is also known for some of his big games, and he's also known for being some of the main developers for some of the old classic games from 2006, most of them being Crossroads, Haunted Mansion, Nuke the Whales, and his most famous game, Sword Fight on the Heights 4. Sword Fight on the Heights 4 actually has many different versions, like the original Sword Fight on the Heights, Sword Fight on the Heights 2, Sword Fight on the Heights 3, and then the most recent one, Sword Fight on the Heights 4. Unfortunately, Sword Fight on the Heights 2 and 3 are partially lost files because they were eventually moved on into Sword Fight on the Heights 4. Since they're partially lost, there's no other way to really know what they really looked like besides a few of these screenshots here. Shidletsky was born on February 6th of 1983, and he graduated with a degree in computer science at Stanford University, and when he graduated in Stanford University, he went to go look for a job in some coding to pursue his career. That's when he found out about Roblox, ran by two people, David Bazuki and Eric Castle. Since he was there working at Roblox, there was nothing really much on the platform, but he wanted to change that. He dedicated his entire life to try and make Roblox a really good platform instead of a physics engine, because he thought that this would really be a good opportunity to make something big. This dude created the entire catalog system in 2007 from scratch. This guy was a real genius, and when he was working at Roblox, he was one of the most active admins on the platform. He used to go by the name Telemon, but he eventually moved away from that account and started using the Shidletsky account a lot more than Telemon. Shidletsky eventually retired as a creative director at Roblox in 2014 because he wanted to pursue a business venue or something like that. But he never really is that active on Roblox anymore as he used to, and that results into some really bad things going on in his game. Around the same year Shidletsky retired, Sword Fight on the Heights 4 started getting filled to the brim with exploiters. It's unknown on why exploiters were so interested and focused their eyes on a Sword Fight on the Heights 4, but all we do know is most of their goals is to make sure that Sword Fight on the Heights 4 loses player counts completely. The reason why I say this is because there are two main accounts still active on Sword Fight on the Heights 4 that are exploiters, mostly bots. These two I want to introduce you to is Vessel and Reincarnated Wraith. Now both of these accounts are ran by this dude, which I'm not going to say their name, and they both are friended with this specific dude, and I'm assuming this is the guy who's running the bots, which is why I say this is the main leader of the bots. But I'm pretty sure the whole point of these bots is to make sure that Sword Fight on the Heights 4 loses players completely. They just spawn kill just to farm hacks, and so they could just make sure that everybody gets bored of Sword Fight on the Heights, and that Sword Fight on the Heights is most known for being the most hacked sword fighting game. Although it is the most OG sword fighting game out there, and it is made by one of the most important people in all of Roblox, it is really sad to see the game go in this direction, and it is really disappointing to see how Sword Fight on the Heights 4 will never be the same, unless Shidletsky updates the game. But Shidletsky has a life outside of Roblox, so I doubt he'll ever update the game again. Last time he updated the game was in 2020, around 6 years ago, when he added a couple new updates with the swords and fixing due to script rot. Unfortunately, the game is at a dying state, and it is really hard to push 10 players on its player count, considering that there's bots everywhere in the game, and it's been like this since 2014. And I really don't understand why. Although I've tried my best to find out whatever information I could find about these bots, I have nothing else to say about these. I guess Sword Fight on the Heights will forever be a remembered game, but it will never stay the same as it used to. I guess not everything lasts forever, even games on Roblox. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and please subscribe, and maybe hit the bell notification if you want to, if you're feeling a little jolly. But that's all for today. I'll see what other video plans I can come up with, and yeah, Kevin out.